Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by clicking that subscribe button and remembering the notification bell so you will be reminded when I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. I am going to be sharing with you 10 simple and easy, budget-friendly DIYs that you can create for the fall. Thanks so much again for watching this video. For the first DIY, I'm going to be using this pumpkin sign here from the Dollar Tree, and I also have one of these really cute fall picks from the Dollar Tree as well. From Hobby Lobby, I'm going to be using some of this buffalo check ribbon, and I only paid $1 for this row. I'm going to be using some of that plaster color chalk paint and a little bit of that brown acrylic paint. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut this cord off of this sign. I was going to remove the paper, but I'm just going to paint over it because that plaster color will cover it with 2 coats. I'm going to use this Dollar Tree plaster to cover these holes just in case. I didn't want the holes to show because I will not be adding the cord back. And then after it dries, I'm just going to sand it down a little bit in the front and in the back. And then after I get that complete, I'm going to go in and apply my 2 coats of paint. I wanted to create some fall decor that I can blend in with my existing decor, and I wanted to keep everything budget friendly, but I wanted them to have a nice high-end look. So after I get this painted, I am going to go around the edges with my Dollar Tree sanding block and just sand that paper around the edges down some. And I did use my Cricut Joy to print a little saying, but for these projects that I use my Cricut for, you can also use some Dollar Tree letters or stickers because they have some really cute ones out right now. I'm using that brown acrylic paint just to brush the stem of this pumpkin, and I'm not doing a full coverage because I want to give it that wood look. And so now what I'm going to do now is start adding my decor while that's drying, and I'm just going to pull off these leaves, and I'm going to pull off this little branch looking stem. I'm going to hot glue that right under the little stem that I painted, and then I'm going to add those leaves and those little berries I'm going to use as well. And what I did was I took that buffalo check ribbon and I created a simple bow. I'm not the best bow maker, but I will link in the description box below some friends of mine that are really good with making bows, so I will link their channels in the description box below. Now after I finish that, what I'm going to do is get the little bow I made, and I'm going to hot glue that right in the center. And then after that, I am going to transfer my autumn blessing that I printed using my Cricut right to my sign, and this DIY will be complete. It was very simple, but I love the high-end look that it has, and I think it came out really great. And so now I'm going to get started on the second DIY for today. For that DIY, what I'm going to be using is from the Dollar Tree, this false corn. I'm also going to be using some of these picks here. These are the pumpkin picks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using 2 of each color. I have this false wood charger. I got this from Hobby Lobby for $1.50, but the Dollar Tree do have these chargers. What I'm going to do is slice this in half. Now it is foam, so what I'm going to do is just take my little knife and split it right down the middle. And after I get that complete, I'm just going to pull off that second piece of raffia so that I can hot glue that to my other piece. That way I can have 2 of the same pieces. That way they all look the same. So I'm just going to hot glue that right to the back, and then I'm going to pull the sticks off of these pumpkins, and I'm going to slice those down the middle as well. I printed Happy Harvest Y'all from my Cricut, and I placed it in the middle of the charger. And now what I'm going to do is just hot glue these pieces of pumpkins down to the bottom, and then I'm going to go and hot glue those corns that I sliced down the middle right to the top. And then after I get those added, this is complete. It was really simple, but I absolutely love how it turned out. And so now I'm going to get ready and get started on the third DIY for today. And for that DIY, what I'm going to be using is these really pretty fall picks from Hobby Lobby that I paid $1.50 for. The rest of my picks I got from the Dollar Tree, and I have 2 of these pumpkin stems and 2 of the pomegranate stems. I use some more of that buffalo check ribbon, and I'm also going to be using some raffia from the Dollar Tree. And so what I'm creating is a messy swag that you can add to an existing sign, or you can style near a sign. I'm just placing each one of the styles on the opposite ends of each other. And then what I'm going to do is use that jute cord just to hold them together. So I'm going to wrap it around a few times. After I get that complete, I'm going to take that raffia, tie it in a knot, and do the same thing. Just wrap it around the center of these stems. After I get it wrapped around, I'm going to tie it in 2 knots just to make sure that it's secure. And then I'm just going to cut down some of that raffia just to tame it a little bit. Once I get that complete, what I'm going to do is just fluff out my florals and my pumpkins and just kind of style it a little bit. I want to keep it messy, but I still want to just pull out some of the stems and some of the leaves and everything a little bit. And so after I get that complete, I'm going to take that bow I created with that buffalo check ribbon, hot glue it in the center of the raffia, and then this is complete. I'm going to eventually style this with a sign, but right now I have it over an entryway right under this sign that I have that says, "In Christ, my hope is found." I love this sign. I didn't have it for a long time, and I actually purchased that at Hobby Lobby. And now I'm going to get started on the 4th DIY for today. I'm going to be using one of these vases from the Dollar Tree, along with 2 packs of their dried flowers. I have some of that buffalo check ribbon from Hobby Lobby and some black acrylic paint. I taped off the vase with my painter's tape because I'm only going to paint the bottom of this vase using that color. After I get that complete, I didn't let it dry completely, so a little of that paint got on the vase, and I'm just going to clean that off, and then I'm going to add the ribbon, and it'll eventually all dry. It'll be okay. So what I'm going to do is hot glue that buffalo check ribbon right down to the bottom of the vase. This is really simple, but I think it has a really nice high-end look to it, and I really like how it turned out. It was so pretty. And so after I get all of that tacked down, what I'm going to do is just add those dried flowers into the vase. I am going to cut the rope that's around the dried flowers, the little jute cord that they have them tied in. I am going to cut that off, and then I'm just going to place them right inside the vase. And that is it. This was really simple, but I do like how it turned out. And now I'm going to get started on the 5th DIY for today. For that DIY, I'm going to be using 2 of these round woods from Walmart. I have some more of that ribbon, and I'm going to be using this black acrylic paint. I'm going to print something from my Cricut Joy to add to these wood pieces. As you can see, I'm just going to paint them both using that black acrylic paint. After I get that complete, I'm just going to transfer over pumpkin spice that I printed. And like I say, for these DIYs, you can use some of the Dollar Tree stickers or Hobby Lobby stickers or stickers from Walmart. And then I also printed a pumpkin, and I'm going to transfer that over to the second one. And then I have these cute little leaves that I got for $1 at Hobby Lobby. They're these little small leaves that came in a pack, and I'm just going to take 2 of them and add them to the pumpkin just to give it some spice. And so after I get those little leaves hot glued down, I just cut off the little stems. What I'm going to do is hot glue these 2 round pieces to that buffalo check ribbon. Now what I'm going to do is loop the ribbon so I can have that loop at the top so that I can hang this piece. And then I'm just going to place the round pieces right on top of the ribbon. I'm going to use my hot glue to attach it. And then after that, I am going to flip it over and just add some staples to the ribbon and the wood pieces to make sure that everything is nice and secured. And then after that is complete, this DIY is done. It is so simple, but I thought this would be cute because I absolutely love pumpkin spice. And now I'm going to get started on the 6th DIY for today. I'm going to be using this cute little home sweet home decor piece from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was so cute by itself. I picked up one of these canvas frames from the Dollar Tree as well. And this is one of the 8x10 ones. And I have these cute little fall eucalyptic picks. I am just going to cut the string off of this decor piece, and I'm just going to hot glue it right down to the top of this canvas frame. I thought this would be cute up against a white back. And then I'm just going to pull off a few pieces of those different color picks, and I'm going to blend those in with the eucalyptics already on the decor piece. And that's going to be it for this. Very simple, but I think this was a really cute piece to blend in with some of your existing fall decor. I absolutely love how this turned out. And so now I'm going to get started on the 7th fall DIY for today. I have this little frame here from Michael's for $1. I have that little fall leaf pick for $1 from Hobby Lobby, and these 2 Dollar Tree cute little pumpkins. I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree raffia, and I'm going to be using this stain. Now what I'm going to do is just pull the backing off and cut off of this cord, because what I'm going to do is go in and stain this little piece. And I'm using my mini wax early American color, and I'm just going to go over this entire piece except the bottom. Then I'm going to roll this raffia up, and I'm just going to stuff it right down into this box. And then after I get that complete, what I'm going to do is take that pumpkin, the solid color one, pull off the stem. It pulls right out because this is foam. Add a little hot glue just to help it stabilize itself. Then what I'm going to do is take that little leaf stem, and I am just going to cut the stem off. And then I'm just going to place the leaves right on top of the pumpkin, but I'm going to make sure that they lay down just on one side. And then I'm just going to add some hot glue and a little extra so that I can place that other pumpkin right on top. And then that is it for this. I think this is really cute, and this is something that my sister is going to like because these are her favorite colors. And so now I'm going to get started on the 8th DIY for today. For that DIY, I have 2 of these Dollar Tree pedestal candle holders. I'm going to be using 2 more of those velvet pumpkins. These are so pretty. I have some leftover Dollar Tree raffia, some more of that ribbon, and I'm going to be using some black acrylic paint to paint these. I have those painted now. I'm just going to roll up some of that raffia because I'm going to place these eventually on top of those pedestals. But for now, what I'm going to do is add that ribbon to these pumpkins. Now, you could have just cutting off the tag right now. You can pull off the stems and you can cut an opening in these pumpkins and thread the ribbon through, but I'm not going to do that for this because I want to switch out this ribbon later. So I'm just going to place it right there and try to hold it, and I'm just going to wrap it around, and I'm just making sure that the ribbon falls in between the creases of the pumpkin. And like I said, you could have cut a hole and threaded it through, but I know I want to switch this out for some other ribbon later on, so I'm just going to wrap it around like this so you can see the idea of how I'm just going to style these for now. And so after I get it wrapped around, I'm just going to add hot glue to the top and the bottom of this pumpkin to make sure that the ribbon stays secure. I'm going to take another piece and add it to this last groove, and then what I'm going to do is repeat that step and wrap the ribbon around the second pumpkin. Once I get both pumpkins complete, I'm just going to add the raffia to the pedestals, and then I'm going to hot glue those pumpkins right on top of the raffia. And after I get both of these done, these two DIYs will be complete. I think they are so cute. It's just an easy way to style these really pretty Dollar Tree pumpkins. And I love how they turned out. So simple, but so cute. And I think they're just going to look great with some existing decor that I have. And so I'm going to get started on the 9th DIY for today. What I'm going to be using is these fall florals from the Dollar Tree, and I have one in each color. My son said these look so creepy. I used to think so as well, but we're going to use these today. I'm going to be using 3 packs of painter sticks from Home Depot for 98 cents and some jute cord. What I did was line all of the sticks up. I didn't cut the handles off, and I'm just using some extra scrap pieces that I had to attach all of these sticks together. And so I'm just going to use that mini wax Early American wood stain to go over these sticks. And I'm just using a paper towel to apply this stain. After I get that complete, what I'm going to do is gather all of my florals together. And then what I'm going to do is take that jute cord and I am going to wrap it around these stems to hold them all together. So I'm just going to take the jute cord, wrap it around, and I'm going to completely cover the stem all the way down to the bottom. After I get that complete, what I'm going to do now is add it to the sign. So I put the handle parts at the top, and I'm just going to hot glue the stem down, and then I'm going to take that ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around and just tie a really simple bow over this stem. After I finally get that simple bow completed, what I'm going to do is you can hot glue these florals down any way you want to. You can let them hang, but I'm just going to tack them down and leave them kind of in an upward motion to look like a tree, and that is it. I think this is really simple. I took some more of that ribbon and stapled it to the back so that I can hang this, and I think it's really cute. It's a little different, but I do like how it turned out. I'm probably going to switch the florals up a little bit, maybe make them hang or glue them in a different way, but I do like how it turned out. And so now for the last and 10th DIY, I have 2 of these polka dot burlap treat bags from the Dollar Tree, some raffia, and some leftover Dollar Tree pumpkins. All I'm doing is adding the raffia and the pumpkins to these little sacks. I am adding a little hot glue to keep the pumpkins together, and I just cut the stems down a little bit so that I could stick them into the bag, and that is pretty much it. I'm going to create 2 of these, and I thought these would be cute to style with some existing decor. And I think they came out so cute. Thank you all so much again for watching another one of my videos. I do appreciate all of the support. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. Here is a second look of the other DIYs I created today. Let me know in the comment section below which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And until next time, my friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.